All efforts have been made to ensure the information presented is accurate at the time of recording. Any references made to implied functions remains at the discretion of Broadcom and can change at any time. Welcome, my name is Andrew Firth from the VCF Technical Marketing team. Here, I'm going to show you through the new features and functionality that's been added into VMware Cloud Foundation 9. VCF Fleet Management is a new operational construct in VCF 9. VCF Operations provides admins with a unified and feature-rich operations experience, which expands upon the familiar capacity management and performance monitoring capabilities of ARIA operations. VCF Health and Diagnostics have also been adapted from Skyline. It is now also been integrated into the VCF Operations console. From VCF 9, private cloud operations and management traditionally serviced from STDC Manager is now also performed using the VCF Operations console as part of what we call VCF Fleet Management. VCF Operations Fleet Management provides admins with a unified and feature-rich operations experience. This single console spans new workload domain deployment, import, identity and access management, certificates, passwords and tag management, configuration management and drift assessment, licensing, and lifecycle management of the full VCF stack. Also note that a VCF fleet can consist of multiple VCF deployments, which can leverage common VCF operations and VCF automation instances. Let's now take a closer look at the components of VCF Fleet Management. The VCF Operations Fleet Management serves as a lifecycle manager for management components, facilitating day two operations such as upgrades, certificate and password management, patching, scaling, snapshot management, marketplace integration, and Git integration management. Platform management provides lifecycle capabilities for operations, operations for networks, operations for logs, automation, and the identity broker. The overview page provides a single pane of all the features which are enabled. There are two types of depot configurations, which we touched on earlier: an online depot for internet connected environments or an offline depot for disconnected sites. Once the depot is configured, Fleet Management will download the manifest as needed and then display all available and applicable binaries for installs, upgrades, or patches. The Task tab displays all tasks executed by Fleet Management. Each task can have multiple statuses, and you can track the progress and manage every deployment from this page. It also provides backup and restore mechanisms for automation, the identity broker, and Fleet Management itself. For customers already running VCF, VCF 5.x can be upgraded to VCF 9 without a forklift upgrade. So there is no complex migration or conversion process, which allows customers to move directly to VCF 9 without any additional hardware investments. The upgrade process is straightforward and follows a series of well-defined steps. Step 1 is to update ARIA Suite Lifecycle to version 8.18 patch 2. This version is the key to unlocking the VCF 9 upgrade. It does two important things. It smoothly transitions your management layer to the latest version, setting the stage for a more streamlined experience. And it deploys the Fleet Management Appliance. This is a new management appliance for VCF 9, which manages and orchestrates all of your VCF management components. The second step is the STDC Manager upgrade. Once VCF Operations is up to speed, STDC Manager is then upgraded from version 5x to 9. This upgrade is completed through the STDC Manager UI, so it's familiar and very straightforward for an existing customer. The following step is the VCF Infrastructure Component upgrade and involves a slight shift in management approach. In VCF 9, we move from STDC Manager to the new VCF Ops interface for managing your VCF infrastructure components, that is vCenter, ESX, and NSX. This modern interface offers a more efficient and streamlined management experience. This is a smooth, well-defined path to bring VCF up to date with the latest enhancements. By taking advantage of this upgrade journey, our customers can unlock the full potential of VCF 9 and elevate your cloud infrastructure to new heights. VCF 9 introduces a significant upgrade to identity and access management, bringing enhanced security and streamlined administration to your private cloud environment. This new VIDB single sign-on service replaces the previous VIDM solution and is built upon modern identity provider technology. VIDB can be deployed in two distinct modes. In embedded mode, it runs directly on the management domain vCenter server, offering out-of-the-box simplicity. Or, configuring an external appliance cluster provides scalability and flexibility to larger deployments, where a single VIDB instance can support multiple VCF environments. VIDB leverages the intuitive VCF operations interface for easy setup. For the external appliance mode, deployment is managed through the VCF lifecycle management workflow. Once configured, VIDB seamlessly integrates with key VCF components. That's vCenter Server, NSX Manager, VCF Operations, and VCF Automation. This enables centralized identity management and automatic single sign-on across your critical cloud infrastructure. VIDB supports a wide range of industry-standard modern identity providers, offering flexibility and compatibility with your existing security solutions. In turn, this empowers admins with granular control over user privileges, enabling role-based access for different VCF components based on user or group membership. VIDB is also deployed inside the firewall, enabling direct communication with identity providers and eliminating the need for external connectors. With VCF 9, we're excited to introduce a completely revamped certificate management experience, which brings both the infrastructure and the management components under one umbrella. Admins now have greater flexibility in their certificate management approach, with the ability to leverage existing Microsoft Active Directory certificate services CAs, utilize open source OpenSSL for certificate generation, or even generate certificate requests for use with external CAs. One of the key enhancements in VCF 9 is the automatic certificate renewal functionality when using integrated CAs. This streamlined process ensures certificates are automatically renewed and replaced for compatible components, eliminating a need for manual intervention. The new certificate management infrastructure also integrates with VCF operations alerts, providing timely notifications about expiring certificates and upcoming renewals, enabling proactive management and minimizing potential disruption. For organizations with high compliance requirements, VCF 9 also introduces the ability to issue signed certificates to VMware ESX hosts. This ensures that your virtualized environment is compliant with the most stringent security standards, which will further bolster your overall security posture. VCF 9 also introduces a centralized and unified password management experience. The new VCF operations interface brings centralized control. It allows you to manage passwords for both infrastructure and management components from a single location. It eliminates password rotations for intercomponent service accounts, which helps to reduce admin overhead. The password management user experience has also been simplified. You can use the Update Passwords options from the UI, which is handy for resetting forgotten passwords. And you can also use the Remediate Passwords options to synchronize passwords that were changed outside of VCF. Integration with VCF operations also brings another benefit. Admins will receive timely alerts when passwords are approaching their expiration date, which helps to minimize security risks and prevent user disruption or downtime. When it comes to configuration management, admins face the challenge of enforcing global and regional standards as they struggle to manage configuration drift across hosts, clusters, vCenters, and SDDCs. The process is manual, tedious, Often prone to error, it's hard to track and often requires them to use multiple technologies and interfaces. Unified configuration management within VCF alleviates these challenges. With VCF operations, you can schedule a drift detection job or run a job on demand. The drift status of each vCenter will be stored by the VCF operations console. You can also download a drift status report of one or more vCenters as a PDF file. You can connect the configuration template service with a third-party Git-based repository to perform advanced template functions such as versioning. For clusters with vSphere configuration profiles, admins have an aggregated view based on the configuration status of global VCF instances, specific VCF instances, or specific workload domains. And the edit template capability allows you to add and remove vCenter schema configuration items to an existing template. VCF operations validates the edited values before changes are saved. Collectively, all of these capabilities allow admins to prevent misconfiguration from going unnoticed. It reduces the risk of security breaches and keeps an environment running smoothly. Tags can help you manage, identify, organize, search for, and filter resources. Prior to VCF 9, there were multiple different tagging and grouping solutions across vSphere, NSX, and vRealize. And these created some challenges, including tag duplication, tag loss, so that VMs were moved across vCenters, and tag inconsistencies. These solutions are now unified with VCF 9. VCF 9 addresses these challenges by providing customers with a unified end-to-end workflow for creating, managing, and assigning tags. This helps us to resolve conflicts without the need for them to manage tags in multiple locations. Broadcom understands that some customers are not able to allow VCF to directly connect to the Broadcom software depot for downloading software binaries for deployments, upgrades, and patching. In these scenarios, admins of disconnected sites can create their own private offline depot with the new VCF download tool, known as the VDT. This new tool is a successor for the offline bundle transfer utility, and these two tools will coexist, with the VDT being for VCF 9 and above, and the OBTU for VCF 5.x and below. Offline depots help provide control and consistency as well as scale to environments where many instances of VCF are deployed. In addition to generating a mirror of the offline depot, the VDT can also be used to import bundles directly into SCDC Manager without the need to create an additional internal web server to host the offline depot. Let's now discuss private cloud operations as part of VCF operations. As discussed earlier, VCF 9 private cloud operations and management is performed using the VCF operations console. VCF Operations 9 provides a single pane of glass view of computing, storage, network operations, and management resources across your entire VCF fleet. With the new Networking Operations homepage, VCF Operations offers enhanced network visibility, network troubleshooting, optimization planning, and workload migrations. One of the prerequisites is to get the VCF Operations for Network appliance deployed. So with this integration, you can overview your VCF network inventory. You can view your NSX inventory, including transport nodes, edge clusters, gateways, and VPCs. You can also see networking alerts. You can also see NSX managers with VPCs enabled. And you can also monitor NSX components by looking at the health and diagnostic capabilities. The Top Walkers widget can also help you to quickly identify the busiest entities within your VCF deployment. Busiest traffic by flow volume, traffic rate, session count, and flow count in your environment. Similarly, you can get insights into abnormal flows and outliers in addition to metrics and logs. The VM to VM path analysis helps you to plot the network hops or path of source to destination entity over the network. We can find out how a VM or container is communicating to, say, a database instance, for example, on a virtual machine, and the hops involved, both logical and physical. VCF Operations extends visibility to your NSX networks and physical networks. It enables you to tie everything together with a single pane of glass view. So with VCF Operations 9, you can now discover applications using the flow-based application discovery, which internally uses machine learning algorithms to identify network traffic patterns and group VMs together. Using the network traffic flows from either the vSphere distributed switch or NSX, this method allows you to discover application boundaries and tiers and better helps in defining your application portfolio. It also helps in keeping applications up to date with new changes by automating and detecting new flow patterns and topology changes. Global visibility and insight for storage has also been improved in VMware Cloud Foundation 9. VCF Operations includes new dashboards to help to take some of the mystery out of storage administration within your VCF environment. A storage operations overview will be your go-to dashboard for at-a-glance viewing of your storage environment. A vSAN performance page will allow you to easily summarize the performance condition of a selected cluster. And the vSAN performance diagnostic page will let you easily test new clusters entering production or existing clusters already in production. This will help you to gain a better understanding of their health and performance readiness and help reduce storage-related downtime. VCF Operations 9 converges the Operations for Logs user experience with the ability to access and manage log data directly into the VCF Operations console. You get a new integrated experience into VCF Operations with the ability to filter and search log events as well as analyze logs based on powerful queries and virtualization charts. In the Analyze Logs page, you can search and filter log events and create queries to extract events based on timestamps, text, source, and fields in log events. The Log Analysis widget within the dashboard gives you powerful filters with support for different event types and trends with filters. You now get the ability to define new alerts based on logs. Alerts can be triggered based on log events over time. Unifying alerts and metrics with log queries provides comprehensive monitoring and proactively identifies potential problems for early issue detection. You can now compare logs from different time periods or log sources to identify anomalies. It helps to determine problems due to new deployments or change windows by reviewing the difference in log streams. Using the new log compare capability, users can quickly detect and resolve issues through a side-by-side comparison. Maintaining a stable, secure, and resilient environment is a constant challenge for systems admins. They need the tools to be able to accelerate the discovery and prevention of costly issues before they occur. VCF Health and Diagnostics addresses these challenges and provides a single pane of glass to correlate issues across your infrastructure with the following capabilities. Admins can diagnose known issues impacting VCF software in a centralized location. And they can view security risks based upon CVE and VMSA. They can also gain a greater understanding of impacted components with curated remediation steps. And if an issue, such as a security advisory finding, is identified, you can see impacted objects and get recommendations on how to remediate the issue yourself. Admins can also package and send relevant log data to tech support to speed issue discovery and drive faster service levels. Our customers regularly face the challenge of balancing operational efficiency and fairness when setting up chargeback and billing their customers. And without the proper tools in place, chargeback can be a very manual, time-consuming process that not only impacts operational efficiency, but can also lead to disputes with tenants who don't have the transparency they need to understand their bill. Chargeback in VCF alleviates these challenges with the following capabilities. Providers can define rate cards that calculate metering rates for compute, storage, and networking, as well as other agreed upon costs for any other org region combination. Providers can generate bills for tenants as they are needed, as well as automate their creation with its scheduling capability. And once a bill is generated, tenants can see a detailed breakdown of their costs via the automation console in VCF. VMware's migration planning process provides an end-to-end solution for planning, scheduling, and migrating workloads at scale. The structured approach ensures minimal disruption, improved efficiency, and provides a seamless transition to VCF. This includes migration planning with a step-by-step set of workflows so that when migrating workloads at scale, application dependencies, resource allocation, all of that is covered, ensuring a smooth transition. The migration planning process covers defining the scope of applications that need migration and discovering dependencies. It also looks at creating migration waves, where workloads are grouped into logical migration waves, ensuring controlled execution. Resources overview. So the platform provides a comprehensive view of memory, cores, and storage required for the migration. And it also looks at the ability to create mobility groups while leveraging HCX for the migration execution itself. Workload migration planning supports on-premises vSphere migrations, including transitions from non-VCF or vSphere vCenter environments to VCF, and is also ideal for merger and acquisition activities or data center relocation.